friends. Today we are going to learn how to make a demand draft. You've heard of demand draft? Now, many times what happens, the other party to whom we are to make payments does not accept or does not want a check or a cash payment. They have requested for a demand draft. How does a demand draft look like? It usually looks like this. What happens, either you have an account in a bank, you go to the bank and you ask the bank person to debit your account with the required amount and make the demand draft in the favor of the other party. Or if you do not have an account with the bank, what do? You give in the cash, they charge you something, some amount of money for making that demand draft. They take that cash from you and then they make the demand draft in the favor of the other party that you want them to make it for. So basically this is how the demand draft looks like. We have an example here. We have a demand draft from Wealthy Bank Limited. Now this is how it looks like. It's divided into two halves. The left hand side is your counter slip, the right hand side is the actual demand draft. The counter slip stays with you. Now, this demand draft is from Wealthy Bank Limited. After that there is a blank space and then it's written branch. So you got to give in the branch name from where you are getting this demand draft made. We will say Dalhousie branch. Extreme right hand side, on the extreme right hand side we got the date space. So the date on which we are getting this demand draft done. We will say, let's say it's on the 1st of April 2015. Then please, after that it's written Kolkata. So basically this Dalhousie branch is in Kolkata where we are getting this demand draft made. Now what are the instructions next? It says please issue demand draft, that is DD/PO on place. Then you have to give in the place where you want to issue the demand draft. It's not necessary that it has to be in Calcutta, it could be in the other city. So what you can do is, what you will have to do is mention the place's name. It's New Delhi for as per particulars given below. Now then are the particulars, then we need to fill in the other details, that is as to whom the demand draft is addressed to. So who is the beneficiary of this demand draft? Let's say the beneficiary is ICA Infotech Private Limited. So ICA Infotech Private Limited has requested for a demand draft in New Delhi. So I am getting this demand draft made in Dalhousie branch of Wealthy Bank Limited in Kolkata. What is the amount for which this demand draft is made? That we have to mention here. So let's say the amount is of 50,000 rupees. After that is the charges column. Now whenever the bank is doing a demand draft for you, it is serving you, that's a service it is providing. So it will charge you for the service. Let's say the charges are 250 rupees. So in the total column, we will add the two together, the amount and the charges. So over here we will have 50,000 and 250 rupees. And that's exactly what we are going to write in words after that. Amount in words, 50,000 rupees. Who is getting this demand draft done? I am getting this demand draft done, and let's say my name is Prashant Pradhan. The one who is getting this demand draft done's name would be written here. So let's say we take an example of a Mr. Prashant Pradhan. And then it says, underneath it says, please debit my SB /CA/CC number. So this happens when you already have an account with this bank. In this case, with the bank. In this case, we are talking about having an account in Wealthy Bank Limited. So we are assuming that this Prashant Pradhan is having a savings bank account in Wealthy Bank Limited. So what happens here is, where it is written please debit my, and there are options given, we cancel the other two and we say please debit my savings bank number, and then we have to give our account number. So our account number, let's say that is Prasanta's account number is 19613246, and then he puts in his signature just to confirm that this is the account number from which he wants the amount to be debited. On the left hand side, you will see that there are multiples of tens and hundreds and thousands. Basically, the denomination of the notes, the rupee notes, and then the amount. This is used when you do not have an account or when you do not want any amount to be debited from any account that you have with the bank. So this is used when you are actually asking the bank person to make a demand draft for you and the amount you are paying in cash. And how you are paying in cash, that is what kind of denomination, note denomination you are using, you can do it in this column. So let's say if it is a 50,000 rupees and you are using all 1,000 rupees notes, you would be mentioning 1,000 multiplied by 50, the total amount 50, and you would have in the total column you would have written 50,000. However, we are not using this and we are assuming that Prasanta has got a savings bank account in Wealthy Limited, and that is what he is using. So we will mention that on the right hand side, and we will just cancel this one. We will just put diagonally, we will just cross this one. This is for office use. This particular box is for office use. We don't need to do anything here. And just at the bottom it says received above demand draft. Here you need to put in your signature. That is, over here we will, this Prasanta Pradhan is putting in his signature. Why his signature? He is the receiver because over here it says purchaser's name. So if someone's purchased this and this demand draft has been created, he is the receiver, so he'll put in his signature. Now coming to the left hand side, it's just the same details. Over here on top, the date has to be the date on which the DD is created. So let's say it is the 1st of April 2015. Branch name would obviously be Dalhousie branch. Received from Prasanta Pradhan for DDPO on New Delhi. That's this one. And then favoring ICA Infotech. That's the company to whom this DD is going, for whom this DD is made. And then we've got the details here. Amount in the amount column we've got 50,000. In charges we've got 250, that is being charged for making this demand draft by the bank. Total 50,250. That's exactly what is put in words here. And then after that it's written manager. Now this counter slip needs to be stamped and signed by the bank manager. And your demand draft is all ready. So this is how you fill in the details in a DD or get a demand draft made from a bank. I hope it is all clear to you now. Thank you.